Okay, Field Marshal here. This is a going to go over the Bowcaster pre-painted kit. This is now on the website. A lot of you guys were asking for it. Some of you that don't want to do all the painting and weathering or any of that stuff. This is what I call the galactic, issue, as new, whatever you want to call it. It's not weathered. This is just a basic paint job. This is for you guys who just want something to hang on the shelf, hang on the wall, or take to a con. It's also, if you wanted to take this and weather it, you could. But this is kind of a pre-assembled version of the kit that you see on the website. So first thing, this is what you're going to get when you order it, okay? Because shipping wise, this is not an easy item to ship, okay? So the parts that go together are real easy, okay? There's nothing to it. I'm going to show you. Comes with an Allen wrench to put the bow on, and then there's a couple thumb screws here to put the scopes on, and I'll show you how to adjust any of this if it moves in shipping. It's a real difficult item to ship, and it always has been, even for others who've done resin casts over the years. It's just so, it doesn't really fit in a box good, or be huge, be expensive. And it's kind of vulnerable, with all the stuff sticking out of it, all the greeblies and things. So that's why I'm shipping it like this. I want to do this video to show you, when you get it, this is what you're going to do. So you really don't need much. This is going to come with the Allen wrench to put the bow on, but you may need a Phillips head or a flathead screwdriver because of the control panels. If they shift in shipping, you may want to loosen and kind of reset it, but other than that, you shouldn't have too much trouble with it, okay? The body I painted with just a standard satin finish black. The bow part the same way, and instead, like on the main kit, you'll notice you'll get the vintage pinky balls like they used in the original prop. Now this version doesn't come with those. These have these black stress balls, and the reason I did it on this one is if you're moving around with it or playing with it, the paint won't come off of them, okay? Because it's not easy to paint those rubber stress balls. So, but that'll ship well, and you'll be able to handle it. So, okay. First thing that you want to do is let's put the bow on, okay? Now, when you get this, we check assembly, for this front bracket here, and then we take it back off for you so you can install this. Now, if you'll notice, there's two sides of this. This is flat, okay, and then you've got the curved. You want the curved part to go down, okay. Now, let me show you this too. There is a pre-tapped hole. You do see that? You don't have to tap anything. It's already done. Just line that up. And then you got this piece here, which it will pivot. So if you want to get that out of the way there, here, let me just make sure you can see it on the screen there. Move over some. Okay. Line those two up. Okay, got the bolt in there. Okay, hold this in alignment, so it's straight up and down here. Okay, tighten that down pretty good, because you're not going to have to get back to that anytime soon. Okay, now next thing, you got a little screw right here, and on the original prop they used it as some type of block. Okay, what I would do first, and there again you're going to need to do one other thing, because the barrel, see here, the barrel is not assembled. Okay, you're going to need to glue this in. Okay, on the original prop they don't have any way where they really attach it, so they probably glued it. So slide that into the front piece here, and when you do, you're going to notice it probably doesn't line up. Okay, that's where this adjustment right here comes from. Okay, screw this in a little bit, just make sure this will let you go straight back, and slide that all the way to where it's flush with the back of this block. And I would put a little glue in there. I mean, you can put epoxy, super glue, whatever you feel comfortable with. Real easy. There again is something that, you know, it'd be really hard to ship this entire thing in a box. You know, the box would be massive. So as you can see, that's not real hard to do, okay? Now, let's go to the next thing here. Well, actually, let's talk about the control panels here. There's a couple screws that hold these on, okay? So you can see that. And go back to the other build video that I did on the kit too. If this shifts in shipping, you may want to loosen and readjust this so it lines up, you know, with this. And this is not a flat surface. A lot of people think this is, it's not. It kind of overhangs in places and sinks in others. So that's perfectly natural. This right here, now this one kind of collapsed on this side here, and I can kind of pull it up there to where get it in alignment. But then you just tighten them down. You know, that's all there is to that. But that may shift in shipping. It can't be helped. So just want to make you aware of that. A lot of these little wires and things are just glued in the holes. If they come loose, you can put them right back in. Most of this other stuff you're not going to have a problem with. The magnet trigger's already assembled. You don't have to do anything to that. Next thing, now this is one of the most confusing parts to this build, and I have gone ahead and screwed it all together, okay? And it sits on the bowcaster this way. Got the single point, you got the 420 scopes here. They actually clamp onto the ears of the scope mount on the single point, okay? And this side the heads are up, this side the heads they're down, okay? A lot of people miss that, but that's an original prop. And if these come loose in shipping or shift a little bit, flathead screwdriver, you can loosen them up and readjust them, you know, tighten them back down pretty good so that they're on there pretty solid, okay? Next thing, all you have to do is mount the scope mount onto the rail here, okay? And I already have this this is kind of a blued steel piece, and it's kind of weathered and beat up, looking like the real prop. So that it's got a pretty cool look. So what you're going to do is you want these right here to clamp onto these little ears, okay? Let's see if I can move this where you can see it. It's hard to hold that one hand. There we go. Okay, just slide that on, and then from the other side you got some little thumb nuts here. You can see that better this way now. Just tighten these down. And you're probably going to want to use a flathead. Get them snug. Okay. And there you go. One painted bowcaster. Minus the glue. Okay guys. If you have any questions on the build, you know, email me at the site. See ya. It's hot, man.
Feel good about it? It's hot.
Yeah.